We got a slipper tier list. Yes, I know it's weird, but we have a bunch of streamers, YouTubers, etc. The tiers, top tier slips, good slips, decent slips, stinky slips, and the worst slips. Now, the first one, I'm going to need help with who these people are, by the way, because some of them obviously, like these, don't show who they are. But first up, we have Nasher, or Nash, and I'm zooming in a little bit. I can't see his slippers. I have to literally just go based on this, just the top of his slipper. It looks a bit like an Ugg. It looks a little bit like Uggs. The worst, it's Tom. I am not, no, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think they're the worst. I can't see, I have to literally base it just off this, what I can see. And they look like they come up above the ankle, which I'm not a fan of, because then there's no room for your feet to breathe. So I'm going to throw them in stinky. They ain't the worst, though, because they still look soft. These. Okay, I can see this says Astro Jords. Jords. These are sliders. These are not slippers. These are not... Look, alright, everyone watching this, if you're watching this afterwards, Jords, this is Astro Jords. These are his slippers. They're sliders. So they should technically be in the worst slips. But, because Jords is low-key sexy, he still kind of pulls them off. So I'm going to throw them in decent. Just because it's Jords. I've got to be Jords. They ain't even slippers, bro. Jords. I literally only put them that high because it's you. Alright. Okay. Alright. Beauty Chicky. These look kind of comfy, you know. I actually think these are some good slips. They look like the bit around the top. They look like they have some good support around the foot, around the whatchamacallit, the metatarsals. They look like they provide some good support, so your feet won't slip up and down and stuff. So I'm gonna say these are some good slips. They're not top tier. They could be. Nah, because the toes stop them. Those are good slips. You know what? Let me get my slips. All right. I have got my slippers. All right. Of course these ain't my slippers. They ain't slippers. These are slippers. Jords, these are slippers, all right? I got you all there. Look, everyone. They're sliders. I know, all right? If Jords aren't slippers, those aren't. Of course they aren't. They're sliders. These are slippers. What's on my feet are slippers. All right. Next up. Chat, don't laugh, don't give in. See, look, these are good slips. They're similar, but the whole point is, like, slippers are meant for indoors. You shouldn't leave with this. You shouldn't leave the house in these ones. These, you leave the house. I'm throwing it out there. All right. What the fuck are those? What are they? Get them out of here. Get them out, bro. Get them out of here. That is disgusting. I actually wouldn't feel comfortable putting my feet in there. I wouldn't feel comfortable putting my feet in there. All right. Whose are these? Actually, tell me. I'm gonna put them in. These look comfy, but they look a little bit. Oh, they're Taz's. Click for Taz. I'm gonna be honest. They look a little bit like the things you have to put over your shoes when you're like walking into like a surgery or whatever it is. They do look a little bit like that. They also look comfortable though. They do look very comfortable. They actually do look very comfortable. I'm just saying what they look like a little bit. But they do look comfortable. The issue is I'm literally basing it off a picture. So I'm gonna chuck them in. I think they're, you know what? I'm gonna put them in good. They look comfy. They provide an all-round foot support. The toes are covered. It's just the look. They look like shower caps. Exactly. They look like shower caps for shoes. That's what I'm talking about. These. They look like shoes. These look like shoes with a bit of fur on. But they do look comfortable. It looks like it has a lot of, you know. This is Angels. They look comfy. I'm tempted to put these in. I'm going to put these in good. I'm going to put them in good. They're a good. That's a good slipper still. Still a good slipper. These. Whose are these? These are G's. They ain't slippers. They are not slippers. They are not slippers. They're not slippers. Don't talk to me. They are not slippers, everyone. The only reason George is here is because it's George and he happens to be in the chat right now. There's fluff, it's slippers. No. No. These, look at the material of the sole. These, that is a hard sole. You put George up, what the hell? Yeah, but he's in the chat. Nah, they ain't slippers. These are sandals. Whose are these? These are the worst. You know what? You know what? Tom's going up to decent. These are going into stinky. These are the worst. Whose are they? Whose are they? Are they Chi with... Chi? As in Chi with a C? Actually, yeah, the fish can stay there. Those are disgusting. Nah, you know what? I'm sticking to what it was. I'm sticking to what it was. But they are the worst. They will be there. Alright. We're moving on. They aren't slippers. Alright. These ones. These are Nash as well. Okay, so these are Nash's other slippers. These. You know what? These are decent slippers. They're decent slippers. I'm not putting them in good slippers. As good as they look, they are above. In terms of looks, they're above. For me, if you have a slipper that goes over your ankle, there is no room for your foot to breathe. Therefore, when you take them off, stink. Big stink. Oh, now it's your boy. Look at these. Look at these bad boys. Look at these slippers. These slippers right here are hella comfy. Hella comfy. Let your feet breathe. Your feet can... Nah, these are going in top tier slippers. Your feet can breathe. Your feet can grow as people. Your feet, right now, my feet, I can guarantee right now, my feet are hella more comfortable than anyone else's in this chat. All right, next up, we have a poo. I've actually had a pair of these before. They're always the wrong size, and they make your feet sweat a lot. So they're pretty stinky. And the fact that they're a poo, I have to put them in stinky. They are stinky. They're Becky's. I mean, it's a poo. It's genuinely a poo. It has to go in stinky. If you're telling me that poos aren't stinky, that's your fault. That's how you get them sweaty feet. Exactly. Look, sweaty feet, sweaty feet, sweaty feet. What do you mean slippers are bad for your feet? All right, next up. No. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. What is going on? Get out. Whose are they? Jeez. Whose are these? They're not, I know they're not Vicks. They're Jaffs. Are they Jaffs? I mean, they look alright. They look a little bit small for his feet. But they're not freaking... Are they Givenchy? They are... No. They aren't slippers. Alright. You know what? You may have just got given a sub, but you're not... That's your foot. Let's move on. Whose are these? They're alright. They're alright. They look a little bit stiffer, so I'm going to put them in decent. They look a little bit like Taz's, but a little bit stiffer. They're expensive, but they're not slippers. They're solid. Alright, Reeve. Yo, Reeve. My guy. Join me. Join me at the top. Those look hella comfy. Those are some top tier slippers. Those slippers, I might even say they're better than mine. They are the perfect slipper. That he has the... I'm gonna text him right now. And tell him you have a perfect slipper. Let me text him. Reeve, you have a perfect slipper. I've told him. I've just told Reeve he has a perfect slipper. Because that is beautiful. That's a work of art. I want to know where they're from. Crocs. A man after my own heart here. I assume this is Cal. I've seen he owns those. But they are not. You know what, George? I saw you slew mine. I'm putting you where you have to belong. You're down here. They're not slippers. I saw it. I saw what you said. You go in there. I don't care how sexy you are, George. You go in there. It's too bad now. Too bad. Who's this? Why am I looking at a sock? Why am I looking at a sock, bro? Why am I looking... That isn't even a slipper. Alright, Mr. Grumpy Slipper. You know what? Any that are novelty are normally very, very... I'll put it in decent. Because it looks like it's, it's the right way round. Joe Sugg, lad. Look. As much as I love Lord of the Rings, as much as I love it, I can't back them. They are stinky. They make your feet sweat, bro. I'm saying I'm chucking these in stinky. Although they are actually softer than these. Nah, they're staying in stinky. They're staying stinky. Stinky. Sorry, Joe. If you're watching this, if you see it, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Alright, these ones. These, I personally wouldn't wear them. They look very, I don't know what the right word is. But they look comfy. Like, I'd actually put these as, there's some good slips. Those are some good slips. They look a bit girly, yeah. They look a bit feminine. But they look like good slips. It's the same as these. Same as these. I'd put them in good slips. They look like good slips. These, I can't tell from this image what the sole of these shoes are. Are they sliders or do they have a soft... You know what? I'm going to chuck these down to decent, actually. These are going back to decent. I've changed my mind. What? Nah, they're going in the worst. Whose are these? They're sliders. Whose are these? Whose are these? Own up. Whose are these? L's. Oh, they're staying there. These, Con. He knows what he's doing. They're still slippers, though. So they're going there. And you know what? Sometimes it's fun to wear those slippers. I'm going to chuck them there. They are stinky, for sure. TALIA. Get in the bin. Why are you showing your feet? Snorlax. They look kind of good, you know. These actually look like some decent slips. These look like some... I'm intrigued by these. They look better than the Mr. Grumpy ones. I might even put them... These actually look like some good slips. TALIA, you're barefoot. You're bare flipping foot. What? They ain't even your feet. You've literally Googled feet. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to chuck this Snorlax up here. They're good slips. That's some good slips. Right, who's next? That's a slider. That's a slider. Even though it's soft there, no. That's a slider. They're flip-flops. Is there anything worse than the worst? They're in the worst. These are socks. They're the worst. Is that... Mummy Bez! Mia, you are barefoot constantly. I've never seen you wear your dirty slippers. I'm out. TALIA, are you by your computer? Do you want to go in a Discord call for 2 minutes when I finish this? And you can tell me which ones... You can give me your opinion on this. Okay? If you're by your computer. If you're not, don't worry about it. If she's not by her computer, don't worry. Okay. Alright. These. Whose are these? And what are they of? They look very loose. They look very loose. These look very loose. Like around the side. Like they look like you'd walk and the shoe would just like fall off the side. These are some... They look still like slippers though. I can't tell. They still look like slippers, but they look stinky slippers. They're stinky slippers. Those are stinky slippers. There, yeah. Yo! Alright, I know what I said. I know what I said about, slippers and that and sliders. But sometimes, you gotta put your pride aside and you just gotta, you have to do what's right. You have to do what's right, innit? Sometimes you just gotta back yourself. SidemenClothing.com. Just saying. That's what I'm saying. You got a 0% biased tier list. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm biased 100%. I'm 100% biased. My slippers are there. SidemenClothing.com. And you know what? What I sell out? Yeah, whatever. Say what you want. I'm just saying they gotta be there. They gotta be there. Have you got a pair? If you haven't, then don't judge it. They're the best. You know what? Well, let's chuck them there. There you go. They can be right at the top. You know what? I don't even care. You can say what you want. You can say what he says rigged. Hell yeah, it's rigged. Hypocrite. Hypocrite with comfy feet. With sliders and slippers. Damn right. Okay, these. What are they? Whose are they? These are... I personally just don't like them because it's covering the ankle again. But they look better than... Yeah, I've got to go here. They're decent. They look comfortable. They're decent. We'll put them there. We'll put them there. Alright. No! No! Whose are these? Whose are these? I bet that's Sarah Close again, innit? There's a plant. It's got to be Sarah. There's Sarah too. Exactly. Knew it. Knew it. There's a plant. It's got to be Sarah. They're not slippers. Exactly. They're not even slippers. Mutex. I'm surprised you managed to get a still image of this. Normally, when the camera's pointing down, his legs are like... Mutex with Gan the slippers movement. Are you mad? Vic has been wearing slippers since I've known him. Vic is... Wait. Is this his... This is Nash. Is this not this picture? That's the same... Why is it there twice? What is this tier list? Half of them aren't even slippers. Alright. Mutex. They look low-key... They look low-key whack. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's ruined them because he's... You see how he's sitting? You see how he's sitting with it like this? Like, his feet are out. So there creates this little divide between the ankle and the side of the slipper. That creates a gap. That creates a gap, basically. That doesn't allow the slipper credentials to reform. I can't give it higher. They still look decent. You know what? We'll chuck them in decent. All right, these were stinky. These were stinky. Those were definitely stinky. Those ones were 100% stinky. Both of these. This is all from the same video. These, I'm gonna have to chuck them in stinky because I couldn't even fit in them. This is a good style, but still stinky. These were all just made for the video. These were all got for the video. They were all stinky. They were all stinky. You know what? I'm skipping ahead to this one. Get out of here. I'm skipping ahead to this one. Get out of here. Okay. This, definite. That's a stinky. These style, you know what? I can't back these. These are true boomer slippers. You can say mine are all you want. You can say mine are boomers all you want. I know it's my feet. I know it's my feet, guys. It doesn't matter. It's from my video. Is it my video? I know it's my feet. I know these are my feet. It doesn't matter. They're feet. I know they're my feet. It doesn't matter. These, it doesn't matter. They have no correlation between slippers or Sidemen clothing. It doesn't matter. Why would I put... They're not slippers. My feet are peng. I know these are my feet, but they are not going up top. These are true boomers. They're not stinky is the thing. They are comfortable. They're decent, but they cannot be higher. Both of these. Both of them. And these... they're Chelsea, so I'm going to chuck them in stinky. Wait, that was going to go here. Actually, these ones were stinky. That's it. That's it, done. Anti-hand. Wait. Yours were the good ones. Yours were these ones, right? No, yours are these ones. The third ones. They look comfortable. I said they're a little bit feminine for me, but they look comfortable. I'm a brutal slipper reviewer. It's because your feet deserve the best. All right, Talia, where are you? Where are you? Just have a look at the top tier list. What, George? What? Wait, what do you mean? Two of them are basically... Exactly! That's because it's an elite slipper. The top row. Yes, I mean, this one, admittedly, I've already said I'm a sellout. I'm promoting Sidemen clothing. I've already said that. We've moved on. All right. These two are elite slippers. His are better than mine, though. All right, here we go. Hello. All right. Let me know when you have the stream up.
Yeah, I've got the stream up.
Okay. Firstly, we're going to go through the worst slips first.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any in the worst slips that you think don't deserve to be there?
Well, I mean, I'm in the bottom there, and I'm not happy about it. However,
It's bare feet.
I'm not wearing slippers, so technically I can kind of understand.
Thank you.
But
Also, they're not your feet.
I know I didn't submit that picture.
So why do you want? What do you mean? Why are you getting upset that they're there?
Well, because that is clearly representing me as a barefoot queen. Also, you 100% are barefoot more than you wear slippers. I don't think I've ever seen
Does that change the credentials and the credibility and the heart of a slipper in a slipper tier list? No, it does not. Slippers. G has just said, think about our friendship.
Yeah,
G,
I was about to say
they are sliders.
They are sliders. However,
no, you just said they're sliders.
No, I was about to say, however, they are worn as slippers as well. Like they're a slider shaped.
That's because you
slipper.
choose to wear them as slippers.
I think they're a solid slipper. Whenever I have worn slippers, I have worn sliders.
Then you've worn sliders. You just said it.
Yeah, because that's the shape of them. The same way that you've put, hold on, Con's tweet slippers in Stinky Slip, they're exact same shape as a slider. So what differentiates?
No. It's I literally said it. Thank you for watching my stream. Whoa. Thank you for watching my stream because you clearly ignored me saying it. Okay. The difference is the density of the sole.
A load of...
It's not. If the sole is dense and hard, it is not a slipper.
Which... Okay, we're gonna stick with.
Wait, we're just doing the worst. Have we?
Okay.
Yeah, any in the worst? Okay, so far you've gone for your bare feet just because it has your name. You've gone for G's because.
Are they your feet on the right?
They are, yes. And everyone's like, he doesn't know they're his feet. I know they're my feet. They're bare feet. I can't put them high up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't think any apart from G's and my feet.
They're not your feet.
Well, my representative...
It just says your name.
My foot representative.
Is that even your @?
Yeah.
On Twitter? I thought it was I thought it was TALIA music.
What? Oh my god, I've not been TALIA music for like 2 years now.
Okay. Well, anyway. We move on to Stinky Slips. Firstly, Tom. I don't know why he's there twice.
Oh.
That instantly makes me question the seriousness of the slipper tier list and how serious the people who made it took it. Because you haven't, you've put two pictures of the same thing.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like all of these are stinky. Like worse slips. I'd put like Toby's. I'd put them in the bottom.
Toby's? Where's Toby's?
Chelsea ones.
You mean Manny's ones?
Oh, was that Manny?
That's Manny, yeah.
You can't see his face.
You can only see half his face. Yeah, that's Manny. That's in my football video.
Ones.
I said all of these are stinky. These are all for these are all in a football video we did.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, the pink ones are cute.
Wait. Oh, these. Yeah, no, these aren't.
But is that Chelsea? Chelsea at the bottom. They're awful.
Yeah, that's why they're stinky. What do you think of? Okay, what do you think of? Firstly, what do you think of these ones?
I'm waiting to see where. What are they?
I couldn't tell, but the fact that they flap out towards the ankle, lost it all.
I'd have put, to be honest, pretty much every single one in Stinky Slips I'd put at the bottom.
I said novelty slips for me.
Well, the thing is, it's hard because I'm not a big slipper fan. Hence my bare foot.
Hence why you wear sliders.
No, I don't even wear those. I wear nothing.
Oh my god. Okay. All right, so they're all done. All right.
Yeah.
Decent slips. What do you?
Okay, Mutex needs to be top tier.
Yo, don't try.
The reason that we are doing this slipper tier list.
Don't try.
Yes.
And don't. What do you mean? Slippers existed before Mutex.
Yeah, they did, but he
just won 10 grand last Warzone Wednesday. He don't give a shit where I put him in a slipper tier list.
No,
you have to do it. Look, all I'm saying is Vic has been wearing slippers since the day he came out of the womb.
So he's never had a slipper cam.
Vic even wore these trousers when he was wearing slippers. No, I'm saying it. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. No, I'm saying it. Mutex, you're copying Vic from the waist down.
How dare you? How dare you?
That's poor. All right. What about the rest of them?
I like what I think are Sarah's.
These ones. The
Yeah,
ones next to Mutex.
They look comfy.
They look comfy, but I couldn't put any that go above the ankle in good.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna sweat in your feet, you ain't trying to enclose it, you know. You're making a casket for your feet sweat. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, the others are all right.
These are boomer slippers. The
They're
ones on the
right, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
They're boomer
Are they
slippers.
Josh's? Oh, they are, because that's Freya's rug
Oh my god.
and her table.
They're
I know
boomer
her
slippers,
apartment
but
too
they
well.
are comfy.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, I'd put those low just because they're butters.
All right. Good slips.
The only ones there that I think deserve their placement are the grey bows.
Anti-hands.
Yeah, and you've got some. They look comfy. They look like they're gonna hug your foot. Little sock moment almost.
I said these are all good slippers. They all look like that, you know. If I woke up in the morning, I'd put these on. I wouldn't, but
I'm a really I can't stand slippers, which I know you're gonna get upset at, but in the shape of the Snorlax ones, because I know they're the same shape as yours. I hate those.
That's literally the top tier slippers. I have just said Reeve has the perfect slipper right there.
No, awful.
That is a perfect slipper. And then SidemenClothing.com, just saying.
Do you know what I think it is? And this is gonna be funny, but like, I can't really. Most adult slippers are a little bit too big for me if they're that shape. Like, because you know how like some of them like Hannah's like come in like around the top, so it almost like hugs your foot a bit more. Whereas like all those sort of slippers, I have to buy like kids ones.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Cute. Yeah. Yeah.
I meant about it being funny, by the way, not.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, who? What? Oh.
What?
I don't know. The chat's being weird, but that's what I'm going at. I'm going for this.
Yeah.
I'm viewing community rank. What does that do? Does that show me like the most voted?
Wait,
ones?
we haven't done top tier.
I mean top tier. What do you mean? You just said you don't.
No, because I'm just a firm believer that those Sidemen slides need to be the worst slips. Because not only are they slides, which you were against, they are.
Wow. So wait. Before you carry on your barrage of insults and wafflery. That's right. I just made up a word. Wafflery.
Nice.
Do you not watch the stream? I thought you supported me.
No, I stopped.
I have literally said I don't care if I'm being hypocritical and selling out.
Yeah,
SidemenClothing.com.
They are not.
Give me all your Sidemen clothing back. Give me all your Sidemen clothing back.
Shut up, let me finish. They're not comfortable in a slipper sense. They're fine with.
I have already accepted that they should be not in slippers, but they are Sidemen clothing, so they are top tier.
In them.
You've just said You know what?
He's gonna leave the company.
No, I'm just saying. Next time you're here, and if you have any Sidemen clothing, I'm taking it.
I was about to say, careful how you phrase that.
I'm taking that Sidemen clothing away. You don't deserve it.
Wow.
You don't deserve the comfort and style SidemenClothing.com provides.
Absolutely not.
I'm just saying. All right, wait. If I click community rank, does it show like?
I don't know. I've never pressed that button before.
View community rank. What's this? What? But that didn't.
Oh.
Well, that was a fail.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, chat. You lied to me.
There goes half of Talia's closet. Wow.
I broke it. How do you mean I broke? Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna leave Talia because she's wrong.
We're gonna leave her.
Yeah, we as a group are going to leave her.
All right.
Thank you for the relationship.
Good run. All right, enjoy your. Bye.
All right, chat. Look, I don't want to see yours. I don't want to see yours. That's the end. We've finished it. All right, we've finished. We've done the tier list.